All right. So that brings us to our top 5.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Here, let me do that.
So we go from the biggest drawing contest for the biggest villain in any comics in the YouTube space to our top 5, which is
Villains.
top 5
kind of
villains.
All right.
Who we kind of sort of agree with.
And basically Savage agrees with them. I'm not sure.
And so we normally
this is a savage list.
Normally this is a collective list. Normally this is a collective list. But somebody was like, I don't even know if I want to do a top 5 tonight. And I was like, well, I'll put it together. And he's like, oh, great. And I'll be the foil.
Well, because he had a great list, but also I was like, I disagree.
I was just
every single one of those.
I was just throwing stuff out, and it's
but they were good. They were really good and compelling. And I thought, why not? It be your list, and then I'll tell you how wrong you are about each one of them.
Yeah, drama sells the show. That's what I say, baby. Let's go.
Doesn't it?
That's how you get it.
And so you guys can agree or disagree with this list as well. Okay. If you do disagree with me, though, you're all wrong because I'm always right. All right. So who's number 5?
All right. So number 5 is Thanos.
Okay.
So terrible, absolutely terrible guy, big bad villain. Super egotistical, but at the same time, kind of a little right about overpopulation and about the nature of the fool of man just errantly reproducing without really understanding the repercussions and how we have the resources but we don't allot them properly. And so people still suffer, and so maybe this would work it out. What are the thoughts among the board? Thanos, good guy. Maybe we kind of agree with him. Maybe not.
Wrong. You're wrong.
All right.
He's an excellent villain because you believe that he believes he's right. But the problem with him is that he has the Infinity Gauntlet. So he doesn't have to half the population because he can infinitely expand the resources of each population. So it doesn't really work if you think about it, but it doesn't have to work because I understand the point he makes, even if I think he's wrong. And I believe that he believes he's right, and that's what compels him to do what he does, which makes him a good villain. But yeah, I disagree with his philosophy, yes.
He was a homosexualist then.
Me or Thanos? Because one of us is a giant purple guy, and the other's me.
The other is surrounded by a giant purple background.
Right, exactly.
Hey,
I envelop myself in the purple. I can't actually take it in.
Yeah, facts. You know what? I was gonna say disagree, but then I remembered last time I went to Walmart, I wished all those people in there were dead. So agree.
Well, that just makes you a terrible person because Thanos is a terrible person.
No, I'll tell you what, when you ain't got no money, you disagree with Thanos. As soon as you get a little bit of scratch, you're like, Thanos ain't so bad.
No, Thanos is evil. A couple of reasons. Number one, he's just wrong. First off, the world is not overpopulated. The universe is not overpopulated. Literally everyone fits on Maui. Okay, that's number one. So this whole elitist lie of the world is overpopulated is just the elite's way of trying to control people and create a neo-feudalism. It's a lie. It's bullshit. It's crap.
I like new stuff.
Like, it's just bullcrap. We're not overpopulated, not by a long shot. You go just in America, you drive through this country, there's just open swaths of land that are empty. We have Dodge towns. We have vacant little towns that are no longer anything because Republicans and Democrats teamed up to ship jobs over to China, devastating these places. And it's just, there's so much vacancy, it's not even funny. So Thanos, not only is he not right, he's retarded.
I don't pick on full potatoes.
Okay. Fair enough.
But also, he's still a badass villain.
Also, Walmart.
He's still one of the best villains.
Yeah, the
because,
problem I have with this is who he's snapping.
yeah,
If I could be more specific, then I might
know.
be able to get on board.
like you
know,
should snap all the
then-
Democrats away, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's,
then that therein lies its own
yeah,
thread of danger. So
Right. Like I can get really uncomfortable with this, but I.
right.
I mean,
Real
I
quick.
would. Like, that's the thing. It's like if you're gonna do it, just go full blown, like Stalin at that point, you know, and just choose who you want taken out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't be like, oh, it's totally just like neutral and like random. No. Don't be random. Like,
No.
let's get rid of murderers and pedophiles and like the bad guys,
Yeah.
like Democrats, you know, and then leave everybody else.
Yeah. Also, Walmart.
And yeah, lots of mainly all of them. Well, Walmart is an evil corporation, so yeah.
And yeah.
All right, who's next on the list?
All right, so top 5 villains who we mean kind of Savage kind of sort of agrees with, and I think this is a pretty standard one. Magneto, who hold on a second, I didn't mean to have that's gotta go like that, so we can do that at the same time. Boom. So Magneto, obviously, he went through. He's a Holocaust survivor. You know, the guy's got drama in his past, and his actions aren't driven by necessarily pure villainy. They are to protect mutant kind from extinction because man has turned against them. He's doing this out of a turn of events and not because he wants to. So his motives aren't necessarily evil, but some of the actions he does take because he deems them necessary and whatnot are seen as evil, because innocent lives are taken, say military folk when they go to attack him and he's like, and nope, you're dead. So thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
I'm a human, so I am anti-Magneto, I guess, because he would be genociding me. So I would want to genocide him first, I suppose.
Or would you like be petitioning for legislation to like, hey, no, let's let the mutants like do their thing, bro? Would you be pro mutant?
I mean, well, so it's. I mean, Marvel sort of tried to ask this with the Civil War, but like the problem is that you're talking about children who are weapons of mass destruction, and how do you deal with the fact that you have, like, there's like Civil War was caused by Nitro, whose ability is literally exploding himself and killing hundreds of people at a time. Like, those are the kinds of things that exist. Like, genetically, those are just normal people born in the Marvel universe. So like, how do you manage that? Because I'm a very pro freedom 2A kind of guy, but like that is a horrifying concept to think that there could be a school bully or some emo shithead who decides that he wants to like do a school event, but he just makes it on a much larger scale, and he can do it with what he has in his body without even needing anything. Like, those are interesting, horrifying concepts. So I don't know if you're pro mutant, but I know I would be very anti-Magneto because like he's like, every time that you look throughout the X-Men history, he's never really been like, oh yeah, peace. It's always been Xavier. They've always had a clash there. So I don't know. I think Magneto would have my mind.
Valid argument, RayRay.
I think that when I think about Magneto, I think his original argument was basically the same one as John Galt from Atlas Shrugged. He wanted to have a breakaway civilization. Why not let him go ahead and have his breakaway civilization, go over the Antarctic wall to, New Schwabenland and all that good stuff, and start his own society? I have no problem with that. Just don't fuck everybody else up here.
Well, because he was always paranoid that the humans would not be okay with them living on a moon base type thing in orbit of the Earth, and eventually try to strike them. So
are you,
they
are
were
you saying he's schizophrenic? You know, at
being,
that point, we're talking about mental illness.
well, I mean, he's a banker, so he was being preemptive, you know.
He did have a small hat, I believe.
I
Yes.
mean, and honestly, Magneto, no.
Suck it, come on, son.
Magneto, he's a terrible, horrible, evil human being because he becomes that which he is the victim of. So he's the victim of the Nazi Holocaust, and then he becomes himself a supremacist because he hated them so much that he became what he hated. And so he's actually a good villain because he's a warning to humans to not hate as much as you do, because you will become that which you hate. So no, I don't agree with Magneto. He's a piece of crap. People are individuals and should be treated as individuals, not whole swaths of people. And at the end of the day, Magneto is a filthy leftist. Screw him. No.
Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough. All right, so moving on. Number 3 on our list. Hold on, where is it at? Saving it. This was an interesting one. And I was like, I just randomly thought about this, and I was like, this might bring up a little, discussion. Syndrome from The Incredibles.
So Johnny Rocket says, if I was a mutant, I'd want slaves too. See? So therefore, Johnny Rocket must be destroyed. No. Johnny Rocket, writer of Super Killers. Go to Fund My Comic Packet right now. Okay, thanks. All right. Syndrome. Ooh, this is a good one.
Syndrome from The Incredibles. So this is a young man who was very brilliant and aspired for greatness, but it was basically his turn to villainy was because of a deeply personal and physical rejection from Mr. Incredible. And it was more of like gatekeeping that Mr. Incredible was doing in the, superhero world, because he didn't see the young boy of Syndrome as, someone who could be valuable in any way, shape, or form, and dejected him, which turned him into a bad guy. He actually had good intentions initially, but the nature of Mr. Incredible, the superhero, is actually what kind of turned him to do bad things, just to get back at Mr. Incredible himself. Discuss.
I mean, I'm with him right up until the point where he kills people. Like being motivated by being rejected is awesome, because he takes something that really sucked in his life. And like, I get where Mr. Incredible's coming from, because he's an annoying kid and yada, yada. I get that. But like, that still is a really sucky rejection for Buddy. And for him to use that as motivation to become this innovative inventor and to create this awesome technology, that's great. But he does start killing people, that's where he loses me, because it's like, yeah, he took it a little bit too far there, brother. A little bit too far.
How about you, RayRay?
Oh, I think he's basically Ephialtes. Is that how you say it? Ephialtes from 300, the Hunchback, bro. When he wanted to be part of the 300, and the head guy said, "Hell no, you can't lift your shit, bro. Go get the fuck out of here." And then he held a grudge like a little bitch for the rest of his life. Same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, little bitch grudge holder.
Me and
grudge
RayRay right now.
Special boy.
This is how me and RayRay feel right now.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Because here's the thing. RayRay's right. I'm going to go further. 2 cheers, you little shit. Suck it up, Buttercup. No one cares about your feelings. Ooh, boo-hoo-hoo. You got rejected by someone. Okay. Instead of becoming a little bitter bitch and becoming a villain, how about you use your brain to become a superhero yourself and prove everyone wrong? But instead, you're an entitled little prick, and you're like, I'm going to cry and throw a temper tantrum and then try to destroy everyone else. You sound an awful lot like another group of people that are all sad and like, I didn't get my way in indie comics, so now I'm going to have a temper tantrum. Shut up. No one cares. 2 tears. Anyways, that's what I have to say about that.
I agree, 100%.
What up, Katie? How you doing, girl?
We're all men here. How many times have you guys been rejected? I know I've been rejected a shit ton throughout my life.
My every point up until I met my wife.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's a. See, did you go and like decide to like I'm going to destroy all the women?
Only
that
once,
protected
and then
me?
I got over it really quickly. And yeah,
I buried her very deep.
right. Yeah, it's not. You don't have to worry about it. It's everything's fine.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's
because
good.
every one of those girls.
Yep. She was a good girl. Mama's apple pie. The 4th of July. She was a hooker.
Every single one of them.
Every single time.
Every single
She was
one
a
of them.
hooker.
It's true though.
So funny.
All
Oh
right.
my
What do we
god.
got at number 2?
Oh my god. Syndrome, get out of here. You're ridiculous. Nobody likes you, Syndrome.
baby.
You're a
Special
whiny,
boy.
you're a whiny little bit special boy. Cock boy. All right.
City boys.
Coming in at number 2, Vulture.
Oh.
This is MCU Vulture, I assume.
Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're doing MCU Vulture because comic book Vulture is just not just dumb.
It's just not. It's just not. So
It's a good bad guy to
He's
beat
just
up.
old. I can
Yeah.
I can get behind that. Yeah. Yeah, old. Yeah.
he's just really old. Oh man, I just gotta give it to him because of his age. So Vulture is kind of like an anti-villain, whatever you want to the term you want to literary term you want to use. But he's driven by family, survival, necessity, because he's just a working class guy. Like he's an entrepreneur. He's got his business that was ruined by Stark and the government. So he turned to like illegal salvaging to provide for his family and whatnot. And that just kind of escalated from there. So what do we think about Mr. Vulture? Because he seemed like a great guy.
I feel like a lot of the vibe
And
on him will
honestly,
come down to
played by an incredible actor.
Oh,
Just
well, yes.
incredible.
oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he did an amazing job.
Best Batman
I was like,
But
he went
I
from
think
Batman to
he-
Vulture. It's kind of like, is it too much wings?
and Birdman.
Yes,
Birdman.
yes, and Birdman, yes, yeah.
I forgot.
Well, so I think the divide with him is kind of along like your political spectrum because he had what seemed like a legitimate arrangement with the city to clean everything up, and he kind of got screwed out of that. So do you where do you and I mean like the royal you, where do you come down on government authority? Where do you come down on what weapons should and shouldn't be allowed in the hands of people like Vulture, who is just an average business owner and everything beforehand? It really comes down to where you kind of, I guess, politically align, because he's very sympathetic because he did have a legitimate deal, and that sucks that he lost that. It's kind of like with Syndrome, where I'm kind of on board right up until the point where he starts killing people, and then it's like, well, yeah, I can't really dig that. I'm not really on board with the killing people part. But I understand feeling like you had something legitimate and having it stolen from you, wanting to take it back.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, yeah, sort of, kind of, yeah, with Vulture, MCU Vulture.
Oh, okay. How about you, RayRay?
Yeah, I can identify with him 100%. I'm all small business. I'm pro into, entrepreneur and all that good stuff. He scrapes it all together to have it torn away. And I really appreciate his reboot in Rick and Morty as Bird Person. I really liked him in that. So yeah, I got to support him. Got to support him.
So, all right. Yeah. The government came down, Stark came down, and that was all really bad. And you start to feel bad for him. But then you're using your skills and abilities to sell weapons to thugs on the street, making American streets worse. So, boo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, I don't care.
I stopped caring, okay? Because you should have used your skills and abilities to take it back to the man. Like, if he had just focused on, taking Tony Stark out, who actually is a villain up until the end in the MCU. We're talking strictly the MCU, right? So Tony Stark is totally a villain right up until the end when he snaps his finger. Then, and only then, he becomes a hero. But Vulture's still a villain because he's not sacrificing. He's not doing anything for, the good of humanity or the good of his community or even the good of his family. He's greedy. He wants the rich life. He wants the good life. And so he becomes a weapons dealer, and not just a weapons dealer where like, I'm just going to sell weapons to like people to protect themselves. No. To thugs and drug dealers and the like. So no, he's a bad guy. The end. And you're all wrong. You're all wrong.
All right. All right. There's a reason that we give Salty the last word on all these. That's his comfort zone on this show is the last word.
Yeah.
Always, because I'm always right.
Always, because he's always right. So coming in hot at number 1, villains who we kind of sort of agree with. And I think this is one that when you remember it, you're like, oh, yeah, interesting. Okay. But maybe not. Maybe you disagree. This coming in hot. This is the man himself. Come on, it's Mr. Freeze.
Okay, well, which Mr. Freeze are we talking about? We got
good point.
Are we talking about Arnold Mr. Freeze? Or are we talking about the
animated
Mr. Freeze
series,
from, like the
Mr.
Batman
Freeze,
animated series? Or are we talking Mr. Freeze from the comic book? Like, there's a few Mr. Freezes. Which one are we talking about?
It's not Arnold for sure.
We're talking. It's not. I had to do Arnold.
Please.
There was no way I wasn't gonna
Right.
do
Yeah.
it.
Of course.
Please
Of
don't,
course.
Arnold.
But the idea is that Mr. Freeze's his crimes, his actions, they're all driven by love and desperation. They're not like for greed or for power, because he's solely motivated by funding research to cure his wife, which is something that, once it's one of those where you see the villain, he's doing bad stuff, he's doing this, and then it's like, but do you realize, sorry, I'm going to do the voice. But do you realize I'm doing all of this? Come on, look at me now. I'm doing all of this because my wife, the bridge is out.
That's so good, bro. That's awesome.
Really good. Yeah.
That is. Did you
Very
win an
good.
Emmy for that?
Did you? No,
Yeah, maybe.
no.
Not just nominated, winning.
Not just nominated
Twice.
I'm not just the salty and savage.
All right, what do you say, Jared? What do you say?
I mean, I would do it. Like if I were in his position, if I had to, if it was my wife's life on the line, and the only means that I saw available to me that I could save her was to do what Freeze did, then I would do it. So in that sense, I could say I kind of sort of agree, because I would accept that I was doing something wrong, but I would, there are certain things like I've thought about it, and I would do something wrong for the preservation of my family's life. And so if I was in that position, yeah, I'd probably do that. I would do that.
What do you say, RayRay?
Bro, he's basically just killed those with an AC. I'm 100% on board.
I love it. That's great.
All right. Well, I will have to say, Mr. Freeze.
This is the way.
Fuck those corporations. Take it to the ground. Down to the ground. F no mother evers. I say, gone, all of them. I don't even care. Your life is forfeit. You don't care about the people. I don't care about you, you corporate greedy fat cats. Take them all out. Mr. Freeze ain't no villain. He's a freaking hero. He's a freaking hero.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze is a hero in our house.
I have spoken.
So finally we got one where we all agree. I like
that
it.
That was kind of, and somehow that kind of all worked out in the end. That was pretty great. Well, hey guys, good. I really appreciate everybody chiming in on this. That was another sickening, awesomely amazing edition of